Integrity. We become human by occupying greater dimensions of our entire selves. Our bodies, our breath, our hearts, our hurts, our joys, our creativity, our imagination, and our intelligence. As much of ourselves as we have the courage to enter and embrace. We must not be so afraid of life that we choose the comfort of illusions or find asylum in fear, repression, or denial. Let us summon the heart and wisdom to engage the nuances of our being. Why marginalize anything inside or outside? Sure, there are some pretty ugly things in this world. But why allow this certainty to discredit magic or mystery? Why not insist on going forward with conviction and conscience? Why not be forthright and innovative in our expressions of caring, in our activism, in our art, in everything we do, and so transform this vastness into something less maddening and more magical, whatever that may be? We can reinvent civil disobedience in a million different ways, Arundhati Roy states. In other words, we can come up with a million different ways of becoming a collective pain in the ass. Our strategy should be not only to confront empire, but to lay siege to it, to deprive it of oxygen, to shame it, to mock it with our art, our music, our brilliance, our sheer relentlessness, and our ability to tell our own stories, stories different than the ones we are brainwashed to believe. She goes on to say, the corporate revolution will collapse if we refuse to buy what it is selling, their ideas, their version of history, their wares, their weapons, their notion of inevitability. Remember this, we are many and they are few. They need us more than we need them. Cesar Chavez reminds us, the first principle of nonviolent action is that of non-cooperation with everything humiliating. I just got home from taking a walk with a new friend of mine, explains Joergensen. She told me of a campaign she participated in a few years ago to try to stop the government and transnational timber corporations from spraying Agent Orange, a potent defoliant and teratogen, in the forests of Oregon. Whenever activists learned a hillside was going to be sprayed, they assembled there, hoping their presence would stop the poisoning. But each time, like clockwork, helicopters appeared, and each time, like clockwork, helicopters dumped loads of Agent Orange onto the hillside and onto protesting activists. The campaign did not succeed. But, she said to me, I'll tell you what did. A bunch of Vietnam vets lived in those hills, and they sent messages to the Bureau of Land Management and to the Weyerhaeuser Boise Cascade and the other timber companies saying, we know the names of your helicopter pilots, and we know their addresses. I waited for her to finish. You know what happened next, she asked. I think I do, I responded. Exactly, she said. The spraying stopped. Martin Luther King Jr., in writing from a Birmingham jail in 1963, said, we should never forget that everything Adolf Hitler did in Germany was legal, and everything the Hungarian freedom fighters did in Hungary was illegal. Let us remember the words of Chinua Achebe when he said, one of the truest tests of integrity is its blunt refusal to be compromised.